Hello there and welcome to Schofield Studios, and today I am reviewing the new Ryan Reynolds movie that just came out of theaters, Free Guy. Just came out of theaters a week ago, to be more specific. I'm sorry it took a long time for this review, just the whole home renovation thing and me staying at another house for a month. That really got in the way of things, but now I'll be doing my reviews on track instead of reviewing older movies like World War Z or Escape Room 2. And then there were none. That's a very old movie. But anyways, tell me in the comments any movies you want me to review in the future. I actually just rewatched Jaws and Jurassic Park, and two really good Steven Spielberg movies. So if you want me to review those, please ask me, because they're some of my favorite movies of all time. So I would be happy to do that. And sit back, relax, and let's begin. And to start off with the good, this is probably one of the best video game movies I've seen in a long time. Of course, I don't really like video game movies. I thought Sonic the Hedgehog just had a lot of crude humor. Ready Player One I really like, which is kind of the same reason I like this movie, was because it's not trying to take a property from a video game movie and try to make a story out of it. No, it's just focused on a fictional video game, so the director and the writers have more creative freedom and they can actually make a story out of it. And they do a really good job here. And this is much better than Ready Player One. That movie was good, but this one isn't very good. I was not expecting how funny this movie would be also. I mean, that Chris Evans joke where Chris Evans make a cameo, that was a hilarious joke that stick with me for like 5 minutes after I left the movie theater. That was hilarious. The whole movie is hilarious. Ryan Reynolds does a really good job here, and Ryan Reynolds also is charismatic in the role as he is for most roles. I thought all the cast did a very good job. I ended up liking Taika Waititi's character much more than I thought I would. It was very hilarious in the role. And actually all the human actors I liked much more than I thought I would. I thought the human parts of the movie was gonna be the least fun of the film, was gonna be the down point of the film, while the video game stuff is the highlight. But I ended up liking both worlds and both storylines as much as one each other, and that was pretty nice. And that's really why I thought of the movie. Overall, it's just a great video game movie that is really funny, and it has a lot of heart to it, and all the actors do a really good job. There's really nothing more to say. This is just a really good movie that has a lot of references, which if you like YouTube and watch a lot of YouTubers, you get, and just has a lot of very funny jokes. Of course, there is some bad stuff. Let's go on to the bad. And for whatever reason, actually I kind of know the reason, I like the second half way more than I like the first half. So the first half isn't as funny as the second half, nor is it as good. I also didn't really like the soundtrack for the film. I thought I relied too much on pop music for the action scenes. He keeps replaying the same song, which isn't even that great of a song. So once you hear it like 6 times in a row, you start to wonder, God, can't they just change the music already?
Stop it. Get some help.
So yeah, the music isn't that great. They reuse the same song again and again and again, and sometimes the song doesn't even match the scene it is. So yeah, the soundtrack isn't that great. The plot for some people might be a little bit confusing. I mean, I thought this would be very confusing going into it. I thought it was going to be overly complicated, but I actually got it. It's not that confusing. So it's not really a problem I'm talking about. But for you, you should probably know that if you do not know most of the references, or you do not know the YouTube channels or the games they reference, then you'll probably not understand the most part of this movie. It's going to be very confusing for you if you don't know the references and pop culture they're trying to talk about and make jokes out of. So other than that, that's it for the bad. I didn't have the problem of not understanding it. If you think about the plot too much, it might be a little bit confusing. You shouldn't think about the plot too much. It's not one of those type of movies. But other than that, I'm done with the bad, so let's go on to the final ranking. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, or more specifically, a 8.8 out of 10. It was very refreshing to have one of these fun and funny movies as an original concept, and after 2 years, like 2020 and 2021, having only some good movies and some not so good movies, I thought this standed out. It does have a lot of good humor, it's really funny, and it does have a lot of heart. It's one of the best video game movies I've seen in a while. So, because of that, I'm going to give it an 8.8 out of 10. And thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe and click the bell if you want to see more from me. This has been Schofield Studios, where you're the audience, and cut.